All right, so my presentation is on the first battle of Bull Run. Bull Run was a creek that was named Bull Run, which is where the battle is named after. This is actually named by the Union side because the Confederates have a different name for it, which is probably after the town of Manassas, Virginia, which was the closest town in the area. The battle began on July 21st of 1861 and lasted until the next morning. The commanders for the both sides of the battle were Union Commander General Irvin McDowell, who had General Robert Patterson along with him. The Confederate leaders were General P.G.T. Beauregard and General Joseph E. Johnston. Also in the battle was General Thomas J. Jackson. There were many other commanding officers that were lower in rank than these men, and their names were not listed. The Union Army totaled around 52,000 soldiers, with 35,000 under McDowell's command and 18,000 under Patterson's command. Many of the Union soldiers were brand new and had little training. President Lincoln had hoped for a swift end to the war, so he pushed McDowell to move south toward Richmond quickly. The generals decided to push across the Potomac and move quickly to Richmond, hoping to end the war in a swift way. The Confederate Army totaled around 35,000 troops, with 20,000 under Beauregard's command, 12,000 under Johnston's command, and 3,000 under General Holmes' command. The Confederates planned to hold their position at Manassas Junction and keep the Union away from Richmond as long as they could. Some details of the battle. Before the battle even actually started, the armies of Patterson and Johnston skirmished to the northwest of Manassas Junction. The rest of the Union Army marched for 2 days until stopping in Centerville to rest right before the battle. Just before the Union decided to attack, they had stalled just barely long enough for General Johnston and his men to come and reinforce Beauregard. The morning of the 21st began the attack by the Union. They attacked the left side of Beauregard's army and slowly pushed them back. The push lasted until General Jackson, aka Stonewall Jackson, held with his troops and slowed the Union advance down. This is where he earned his nickname. After that, the Union started to slowly lose the battle. The Confederates ended up taking control of Union artillery, which caused the Union to stop their attack and retreat. The retreat was orderly until an overturned wagon frightened the Union soldiers, causing them to drop their weapons and run for Washington. The results of the battle. After the battle, the Union leader, General McDowell, was replaced by General McClellan, which would eventually lead to more problems for the Union. Confederate President Jefferson Davis never gave credit to the generals that won the battle for the South, which helped lead to the final loss for them. The main result of the Battle of Bull Run was for both sides of the war. Both the Union and Confederacy realized that the war was not going to be short, but a very long, drawn-out, bloody war. Some casualties and capturings. The Union deaths totaled 460. They had 1,124 wounded and 1,312 captured. The Confederates' deaths totaled 387, 1,582 wounded, and 13 captured. The Union troops that were captured was obviously far greater than that of the Confederates. This was due to the unorganized retreat. The men weren't sure what to do, so they ended up more captured by the organized Southern troops. And here are some sources where much of this information came from.